Matt here from Aroundsquare, just coming in with a little video to introduce the products that we've got dropping in our February 2022 product launch. It's going to be a little bit of a smaller launch compared to last month. Just not as many new things came in, but we still got some good ones. So let's get right into it. I'm going to start off with these beauties. So these are, of course, our Remeshok chetki, and they're coming in with a new material this month. We've got stainless steel. So this design has been super popular. Even the brass ones, which I found exceedingly heavy, have been just crazily popular, and people have been really liking them. And then, of course, the Delrin titanium are always popular as well. This month we're launching the stainless steel, and these guys actually are way better than I had anticipated. For starters, they're beautiful. You can just see them glistening there. The finish on them is really nice. They're not polished. It's a machine finish, but it's a really refined machine finish. So you can see the machining lines, but they're super small, no texture, and yeah, just really nice. I'm really enjoying the clack. Raindrops, you can hear that. Just really nice, and the weight I'm finding very user-friendly as well. The brass ones are pretty hefty. The titanium ones I thought were kind of just the sweet spot, but it seems like the stainless steel for me is actually kind of right in that zone as well. I'm finding them really playable, and I'm really liking the crisp clack on the stainless steel for a change. I haven't been playing a lot of stainless steel stuff recently, but I'm on these right now and really enjoying them. So stainless steel Remeshok chetki, they're slightly lighter than the brass ones, slightly heavier than the titanium, and the pricing will be kind of similar to how I usually price stainless steel things. So they should come in a little bit cheaper than the brass ones, and yeah, they're still a bit expensive because they're 20 pieces in a set, actually 21, and just a lot of machine work goes into these. So there's no cheap way to produce them, and that's largely what you're paying for, more so than the material itself, right? So anyways, these guys will be added as of next Friday. Moving along here, I think I'm going to jump to these guys. Okay, our Delrin Pens. So this is the same pen design that we've been doing for a couple of years now, and several months ago we did a sample batch of the white Delrin, and I wasn't totally sure initially how well Delrin would perform. Especially the set screw, I was a little bit nervous that maybe it wouldn't bind tight enough, or any kind of issues. Turns out it's been perfect. This has been like a daily driver for me for a couple months, basically since I got them in, and I used the heck out of it. I've been through 2 ink cartridges already, just writing notes on orders and stuff, and it's still basically as good as new. A little bit of wear, but Delrin ages super nicely. So since we were doing a new batch of these, and definitely wanted to add black, and I've added one of these to my own collection as well, just because I like them so much. While we were at it, we figured may as well throw in the rest of the colors of Delrin. And so we've got all 6 colors in the standard array there. And yeah, we're not going to do a mixy-matchy kind of thing on the launch for these, but for people who want to, it's pretty fun actually. You can mix and match the colors and the caps. The machining is all super consistent, so you're not going to have any issues with hot spots if you swap caps between them. I've been mixing stuff around, and they're all really precise. I love how light they are. You throw it in your pocket and it just disappears, right? You don't feel the weight at all, and they feel really good to write with. The Delrin has just the right amount of grip for me, and it's this magical quality that Delrin has, where it just feels warm to the touch, and it's just very comfortable, user-friendly material. Okay, so Delrin Pens, in 6 colors finally, and I know people are waiting for these. Moving along here, we got some patches. So we launched the Ranger Eye patches last month. This month we're bringing in the this is another fairly small Velcro backed stamp or patch. Okay, and a little bit understated. It's kind of a aqua kind of bluish color and a darker blue in the background with the black marrow. And just give you a scale reference there. These are small. They're similar, a little bit bigger than the Ranger Eyes, but you can still put them on your pack or whatever, and there's room for other stuff alongside. Okay, so we got these ones, a little bit low contrast there. If you want something a bit bolder, these ones, they're not Velcro backed. They're like iron-on, stitch-on kind of thing. But yeah, these are like basically like pretty much identical to some of the stickers that we have. The same rough size and colors, contrast and whatnot. Okay, so just a size reference there. Okay, and the big boys. These guys, I'm really liking how big these are, how bold they are. So you throw these on a pack, on a jacket, on a suitcase, whatever, and they're gonna make an appearance for sure. And you can see like pretty big and at a distance, nice and bold. Really liking these guys as well. So same, not Velcro on these. They're too big for most of the Velcro swatches, but yeah, these are all going to be available come next Friday as well. What else we got? Oh yeah, these guys. Hey, these hooks. I posted one of these on my Instagram yesterday, and I was super happy with how people responded. Everybody was like stoked for them. So it's just like a simple little hook. I'm going to take it off here though. Simple little hook, but this has actually been like a couple of years in the making since I first drafted the design. I wanted something simpler than our begleri rigs. Didn't like, the big brass hook on the belt is a little much if you are only carrying your begleri. And so I tried to, I had a bunch of different ideas for, more complicated and whatever. I wanted to make it as simple as possible, but still like super high functioning. So I think we nailed it actually. Like finally we got the gaps just like dialed in, and the rounding is super nice, super comfortable. Edges, everything. I don't know. I'm pretty proud of these, even though it's such a small thing. It really adds a lot of value, I think. So basically, just slips on the belt loop, and it stays super, super nicely there. Just the shape of it and the design. This is, of course, the ordinary slacks from Aroundsquare here, but pretty much any standard size belt loop, it'll fit perfectly. And then you just slip the cord in, and it holds tight, right? It's you bounce around. It doesn't slip out. You can see like you actually have to exert a little bit of pressure. And this is the thin 2mm Kevlar cord. If you can see if you can hear that, it kind of pops out there. So it has to compress a little bit to get it out. And it works well with 550 cord, as long as you're not using the super thick like stiff 550, like some of those bigger diamond patterns are a bit tight for these, but your standard softer 550s, which is what most people like to play with anyways, it works just perfectly. Same with like all of the silks and Kevlar cords that we sell, it works really nicely. Basically, where I was coming from with these hooks, here it is in the sandblasted finish. As we've been getting like nicer and nicer materials and cooler looking sets, more and more of these things start to look like jewelry or accessories, right? And for a long time, people have been asking me for something to attach it so you can kind of show them off rather than just throwing them in your pocket directly, right? So I like the idea of being able to wear them and kind of show them off, especially some of these sets are just so cool, right? And it's a way of kind of getting the word out a little bit on begleri as well. People are gonna notice them and say like, hey, what's that? And you can start the conversation and maybe spread begleri love a little bit, right? And if you don't want them dangling around, you can tuck them in your pocket. Anyways, yep, these guys are going to be on sale as of next Friday. And here they are side by side. Again, the machine finish on these guys, it's not polished, but it's pretty refined machine finish. And then the sandblasted a little bit darker. All right, these two guys. Then, since I was showing these anyways, next up is these little begleri. We're going to do the Commons begleri in combo with Delrin and titanium. Okay, so we did something similar when we launched the titanium and Delrin mini hydras last month. We're going to make them available in all the different colors. The reason why I wasn't originally planning on selling these as a set. Mixed up with Delrin. Like I enjoyed the pure titanium set that we launched a couple months ago. And I love the Commons design. That shape of the bead is just so classic and nice, comfortable. I love them on the Ultras, and I love the 4-bead titanium set. But what really got me into this setup with the Delrin was with this short game setup. So I've got these pretty short right now, and I really wanted to like pick up my short game skills a little bit, because I have so many people come to me and say like, hey, begleri looks cool, but like I could never do that, and how do you get good at begleri, and like how hard is it, and so on. That conversation is way easier to have if you're doing short game, because the moves are simpler, right? And it doesn't take much for somebody to pick up a couple of moves, and then you've got a couple of skills to like actually make decent use of your begleri. And I was originally doing this with other sets, including like my go-to set lately has been the 4-bead titanium commons. And so I strung up a set of those short game. But the short game, it can be a little bit punishing on the knuckles, because it's like way more stop and go, bounce around type of thing, right? And I also found like the weight of them is makes the play a bit slower with the 4-beads titanium. And so I decided like I'd try this out with the Delrin titanium mashup, and I really like the speed and the snappiness, and then like the look is actually also really nice, right? Can mix around the colors and stuff. So titanium Delrin commons, enough about those. A couple of last things here. These guys here. We've teased these in photos a little bit. These are acrylic Deadeye hollows, okay? So these guys are very, very light. They're cool looking. Probably not the one Deadeye to rule all other Deadeyes. They're really nice for what they are, but they're super light to do some of the like isolations and so on. Where these guys excel is for the tricks that require this kind of control, where you're like rotating the coin a little bit there. Okay, I actually have been doing this trick a ton with my titanium Deadeye, just rolling it around. And when I was first learning this and trying to get it smooth, I picked up a prototype that we had done of these a while ago, and that's what I just did the grind on to get that nice and smooth, because just very light, very easy to control. Yeah. And yeah, you drop them, they don't make a sound, right? Anyways, these are the acrylic Deadeye hollows. If you like them, great, and if not, we've got plenty of other options. One thing I should mention with these guys, if you've picked up a set of the contact balls, these make a great stand. Okay, so the contact balls come in a nice box, but if you want something to keep them out on display, these guys are great. They'll keep them secure, and you can have them on the desk. They won't roll around and stuff. Okay, works with any of the sizes as well. This is the 30mm copper. These were the 70mm stainless steel. Yeah. All right, and I think just one last thing. This beauty right here. Okay, we've only got one of these, but we've been getting into precious metals, and what we have here is a sterling silver. Let me see, can I get the logo to show up? Sterling silver mini Deadeye wearable. So we're going to sell this with some silk cord for it. This thing's absolutely gorgeous. Somebody picked up the sterling silver knuckle bone that we launched last month. The titanium or the platinum one is still there available. And honestly, I don't even care, because I didn't really expect to sell it when I launched it. I wanted to do that, make it available. And the great thing about the precious metals is that they always have value, right? Independent of what they are. So I don't mind at all hanging onto that one. But I almost claimed this Deadeye to myself, but it's hopefully it'll go to a good home. And we're looking at getting some platinum ones of these done up as well. So anyways, that's it for this video, guys. 14 minutes, a little bit under what we've been at past couple of times. Yeah, I'll send out a newsletter in a little while here. And yeah, that's it. Thanks. Take care. Bye.